This is the interview a lot of you through YouTube have been asking for. Bayloric TV gave you for Billy Joe Saunders. And finally, Billy? You too.
Long time.
Finally. So, what's Eubank Jnr?
He's hiding underneath his mum's skirt, that's what it is.
The first question I've got to ask you is, where's this all begun? I mean, I was watching an interview, I believe it was Seconds Out, they did an interview, and it was, you talk about your dad would beat you with a chain or flog you with a chain if you lost it.
He's just one of them, he's, you know, you don't blame him. He mentioned my name at first just to get his foot in the door and recognise it, which you don't blame him doing, but you know, he said he'd stopped me in 6 rounds, never in a million years. I mean, he's fighting bums at the minute, and Chris Eubank at the minute, I'll slaughter him in 5 rounds. If I didn't, I'd give up.
So, have you ever come face to face and actually, like, say, look mate, what this was about?
Listen, not really, I wouldn't like to be honest. I wouldn't really like to come face to face, up close. If you got me face, I'll hit you. And that's the old truth about it.
Is this hype or is this actual real stuff?
Listen, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if I boxed him, like I said, at Wembley Arena. I really don't care. He's just one of them people that the paying public pay to see you box.
Right.
They work hard, they go to work, you know, they really work hard. And if you want to get them to come out and see a fight, why not give them what they want? Why not? If they want to say, right, I want you to see some, I've got, 30,000 followers on Twitter. Yep. Probably most of them every day when you box with Chris Eubank Jr, when you're doing this, when you're doing that. So I say I do whatever my fans want me to do. You know, they're paying to see me, they're coming out to watch me. So if they're working out, if they're really slaving themselves, working hard, and then they find time and got the money to buy a ticket to come and watch it, why not do it for them and who they want to see?
So
make them happy.
Do you not have any concern in the back of your mind that you're losing your world ranking and you're fighting for European title now, to lose all that to fight somebody who you've considered a novice? If it should go wrong and that novice beats you, which it could happen, I'm not saying it would happen, would that not be a smart thing to do at this stage?
No, I know business-wise.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Career-wise, it takes one punch to beat you. I can assure you that. You'll be over. Before you meet me, literally, there's no. The only way you can beat me is got to come down. There is no other way you can beat me. He's not good enough to beat me.
Okay, Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank. I said this to Frank, I've said this to Francis, what I'm going to ask you now. When Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank fought, everyone was saying, oh, Eubank, he was rubbish, he ain't nothing, he's got a loud mouth. The night we find he's got a good chin, we find he's got a decent engine, he ends up beating Nigel Benn, the favourite. Do you see parallels with yourself potentially being the Nigel Benn, everybody knows Billy Joe Saunders, and Chris Eubank Jr. being the unknown quantity? Could it build to something like that for yourself?
Listen, people never know what's going to happen on the night. I know what would happen if I boxed him. There's no way he beat me. He's not half the part his dad was.
Right.
If he was, you're talking that his dad at his age was 7 to 10 levels above him.
Right.
He has not got half the skill, half of the talent his dad had.
But his dad says he's a better fighter than him.
You would do your son. My son is better than Golovkin to me in my eyes. And my son's 5-year-old. You know what I mean? In your own immediate family like that, especially your own son. Your son is the world, yeah.
Right.
You would big your son up the most you can. If you could say your son can walk to the moon, you'll say it.
Okay. Alright, Billy, you're a man of the street, you know what it is. Surely you would have heard whispers from the gym. You would have heard, yeah, it's just Eubank Jr. is the real McCoy. Or you would have heard, he's dropped in sparring, he's this, he's that.
No, listen.
What have you heard?
Listen, it's not what I've heard, it's what I've seen. I know a young fighter by the name of Felix Cash slaughtered him in sparring. And he's a young kid, 16, 17 years old. Absolutely slaughtered him. Not even a pro. Had a few amateur fights, worked him, used angles around the ring, and I think he was dropped on.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the truth of it.
So, the sparring session with Froch, how much can we look into that? I mean, I said to David Hay, and he said, well, anybody can put a sparring session together and look good. I said, yeah, you did against Deontay Wilder, and he laughed. So, how much can we look into that?
Sparring is nothing. I mean, I've actually sparred some people I've boxed, and they're good spars then. I won't mention them, then I've ended up boxing them. And and doing my you know what I mean? Like sparring is nothing, absolutely nothing. You can't go on sparring. But even on sparring, Eubank Jnr would never live with Carl Froch if he wanted to. Carl Froch is not a big liberty taker. He knows, listen, I know levels. If I'm sparring someone in my gym, I know that I can control him. I'm not going to go and smash them up. I'm going to let him have a little move around, have a little look at and bring them on. Try to help him out. You know? So if Eubank Jnr has convinced himself he's had a good spar with Carl Froch.
Let's focus on your career now. I mean, I'm a big fan, watched your career. What's been the turning point which made you realise, you know what, I've got to sort my fitness out, I've really got to work it. So I looked at the Nick Blackwell fight, a fight which I thought that you would really cakewalk, and you really, to me, it was a tough fight, tougher than I thought it would be. When was it for you that you thought, you know what, I need to really get my fitness together?
Probably that fight there, probably that fight. I mean, Nick Blackwell was very underestimated. I mean, I underestimated him. He's probably the only fighter I've underestimated. Looked at him, you know, underestimated him a little bit, and he come in on his A game. Fair play to him. He gave me a very good fight. Yeah. A fight that I won. Yeah. He gave me a very good fight, and you know, he had his spells. You know, but Nick Blackwell was a good friend of mine. He done very well, and I think that Brimo John Rowe will be British champion army.
So you give him all the credit for what he did, yeah? Okay, now let's talk America. That's where I guess you want to be. That's when you're making the big money. Peter Quilling, the guy that you're looking at. What do you think is going to take Billy Joe Saunders to move to that next level? Because it's so often British fighters, British, Commonwealth, and European. And then there's that jump from European to world level. You've got a great amateur background, so that's going to help. What do you think it's going to take for you to get to the next level? And do you think the training that you've got is going to get you to that next level?
Well, it's about dedication and hard work.
Right.
If you're willing to put the hard work in,
right,
and focus and put your time in, you get it.
Right.
If you're not, on the other hand, if you just want to be the local man, clubs it out and gets by, you know, yeah, it's alright, I'll do it tomorrow. But if you want it, you do tomorrow today, and you work hard, God bless you with it.
Right.
And I think that'll get you there. But it's the main it boils down is hard work. You've got to work hard. You don't get anywhere from working easy.
Absolutely.
If you work hard.
Are there any plans for you maybe to go to America and get extra sparring and stuff like that?
Well, there is, but I don't think there's necessarily need of going over to America to spar this one, that one, and get known to well over there. Right, when you go over there, you just want to explode, take someone's title, then get known.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So I'm not the one to roam about there and spar in the wild card, and it's nice. It's good experience. Yeah. Very good experience. But people take note. People know that who you are. You know what I mean? I come from the amateur background, from being absolute nobody, to turning around to being a world #1.
Yeah.
From nobody, everybody was looking at me. Well, who's this come on here? Like, he's beat the Russian #1. He's beat the Cuban. He's beat the Kazakhstan. And, you know, people didn't know who I am. They didn't have any footage of me to study. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it all helps. It's small things that makes big matters.
The transition from being an amateur to pro, world #1 as an amateur, right? Do that to become world #1 as pro.
Well, that's what we will wait and see. That's what we will wait and see. I'm giving it my best shot. I believe my art and I can, and I'm going to leave no stone unturned, and people will see what I'm about. Because when it comes to digging, I've got the best art. I've got a heart just as big as my full body. I will never give up, and I will keep going.
So potentially the next fight, European champion.
That's it. So I've gone from Southern Area, Commonwealth, British, European, and world.
So you've done it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Frank Warren, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's done it with a load of people before. You know, ever since I was an amateur, the only person I would have turned was Frank Warren, and he's done me pretty good stead. You know, injuries set me back. It's nobody's fault, my own fault. Not my own fault, but my hand's fault.
Yeah.
But you know, you've got to get on with it, and I feel I'm with the best man at the minute. It's going to bring my career forward.
Right.
And you know, we're working on
social media. You say you're on Twitter, on Facebook, YouTube. How much do you actually go onto YouTube and watch fights or engage with fans and stuff like that?
I mean, on Twitter and Facebook, you know, it's something you can't hide from it. It's always out there. You know, people write to you. Some people get under your skin, some people don't. But you know, it just rides. I just ride above it. You know, some people let it get to me, but I don't. But you know, I do go on it. I use it a lot. You know, I watch a lot of the things on there, and it's nice to see what people's got to say. You keep in touch with the boxing.
Billy Joe Saunders, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Top man. Thank you very much. Top man.
Yeah, can I do this man first?